Darling, you look so worried.
Child, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Price Store on Grove Street and Smartwood Junction on the Old Road?
Oh no, child. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of crop-beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, or whatever occasion jumping till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo V5 that comes with four different flavors: Full Blue, Aqua Kiwi, Cool Red, and Citrus Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Price Store on Granite Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store. I said, darling, you look so worried.
Child, I'm worried because I don't know. Good morning, Monrovia. Good morning, Liberia. Good morning, wherever you're joining our broadcast. We want to welcome you to another edition of the program. And the friend news, as a matter of fact, is the Monday edition, and today marks the 27th day of the month of October. We're gradually jumping out of October, you know, just the beginning of the last quarter of the year. My name is Esther Baku, and this morning I am here with our Miguel. Miguel is not very too well. He's giving me a rest. He will not be with us today. Hopefully, we will have his chance to join us on the month. And we going to have the weatherman today. Yes, everything is going to be everything is going as was is going to join us. And so together we're going to have a fantastic conversation today. So we want to quickly recognize our sponsors from Southern Liberia. The reason we are on this platform, we want to thank you and Southern for giving us the opportunity. We also want to recognize Maiba and Sales Incorporated, one of the leading giants in the petroleum business. We want to recognize also the excellent website too on Greenwich Street and the Old Road. And so together we're going to be having these conversations. See a lot of the questions stories this morning in the paper, and yeah, I think it's so that we can all have our say on what is happening or what's happening in our country. So we have two local dailies on our desk. We have over this. We have two local dailies on our deck. We have the Daily Observer. This is the Daily Observer newspaper we have on our deck. We have the Front Page Africa also on our deck. And we're just looking at the business as usual. So let's start off with the Front Page Africa. Let's see what Front Page Africa got for us this morning. The top story here says, when did a clean audit become misconduct? The truth behind last cup's unqualified report. The seven has a story. We're going to run there and bring it online. It says there's seven, but there's nothing on from seven here. That's one thing Front Page Africa, you guys got to really look at. Because most often we don't find clear on the previous site. Let me just understand. The seven don't have this story. So I think you have to also signifies a key role for national health, meaning an institution both as a parent activate and free from material risk, sickness, or fraud. It is the highest assurance an auditor can give, confirming that the organization's financial statements are fair and credible. However, several media outlets have grossly misrepresented this technical term in the Audit General 2023 report on the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation, misleading the public into believing it reflected wrongdoing. Contrary to Report 4 a report for the General Auditing Commission signed by the Auditor General Steve Gaswa drafted did not for an unqualified opinion, not a necessary founded. It, it is reflecting similar reports from the 2023 audit report as well, reacting to the disruption. The Civil Society Council of Liberia, led by Mark Lula, commend the publications as rigorous. Condemn. Sorry, yes. Okay, I'm sorry. Let's continue. It says reflecting similar report from the 2023 audit report as well, reacting to the destruction. The Civil Society Council of Liberia, led by Mark Bula, condemned the publication as aggressive and deceptive journalism aimed at discrediting the integrity of a public institution that has demonstrated accountability. The auditor's letter clearly commended NASCO's case of transparency, report that interest scandal is malicious and irresponsible. Bula said an unqualified report is a confirmation of sound financial management, not a change of corruption or charge of corruption. The council stressed that such misinformation undermines public confidence and the tremendous efforts made by NASCO management to strengthen accountability and compliance with government financial reporting standards. And that's where the story stops. Let's see more stories this morning. Liberian lawmaker must defend U.S. Congressman warns against abortion pills attempt to amend public health law. Liberian lawmakers must define that yes must define or defend U.S. Congressman warns against abortion pills and their tools to amend public health law this morning. Who is this guy? Your congressman? He says 7 again. It's now the 7. But you have to keep looking through the paper until we find that story. So we have it until 10th of this paper and not on this further. We'll read some lines for you. Just take some lines. It says U.S. Congressman Chris Smith, chairman of the U.S. House Foreign Affairs Subcommittee on Africa, has raised of abortion pills, warning that a drug could cause severe health risks to women. Speaking from Washington, D.C., Red said a new study by the Ethics and Public Policy Center cited the abortion pill found in phones that are very suspect linked to the abortion pill. Uh, Destiny questions are far more common than previously reported. According to the April 2025 study, serious complications are likely 22 times higher than what the U.S. Food and Drug Administration currently recommends. The abortion pill is not safe and the cover up and with following a breast abortion, 11% of women experience septic infection, hemorrhaging, or another severe or life-threatening adverse event. That's shocking. It also expressed concern about Liberia's Clean Public Health Act amendment, which it passed broadening access to abortion services. It claimed the campaign is being supported by international donors, including IUN, UNFPA, UNICEF, including calling it a new form of neocolonialism. These outsiders are using development funds to enforce abortion on
under the fourth banner of human rights. Instead, the U.S. lawmaker announced plans to introduce new legislation that safe passes Act to expand maternal health care services by increasing access to clean birth attendants, emergency obstetric care, and rural health infrastructure. True compassion demands that we invest in life-saving material or maternal care, not life-ending drugs. Instead, Liberians, children, and their mothers deserve far better. The World Health Organization and other global health agencies, however, maintain that less restriction and less lactation when used under acute medical supervision are among the safest and most effective methods for terminating early pregnancy. These complications rate significantly lower than those associated with unsafe abortion. Liberia's Ministry of Health is yet to issue a fetal statement on the proposed amendment or the concerned risk of underfunding. Let's look at what story this morning from the country of Africa, which is undermining our ability to operate casket makers and fees in Moses and Rahim of monopoly practices management tonight. Well, let's look up more stories this morning. If you're interested in that story, you can grab a copy of it. Meaning silence as Liberia grants real assets for its oil to be shipped despite being 18 billion billion nearly ready. The risk is huge for Liberia that needs to rectify the Ivanhoe Atlantic Agreement despite being silent introduces multiple risks. If military jets or withdraw permission for cross-border exports, Liberia could face expanded real departures. Disrupted operations in diplomatic tensions with its neighbors. The rail corridor between Yekapa and Buchanan, which is always supposed to solidify Liberia's operations, could also become the subject of commercial disputes over access and usage rights. You can also grab a copy to read that story. This right here, I have caught my attention. Says right advocate slip all Liberian government decision to take Ivorian children who have become symbol of some aggressive people thinking agenda with attention. This decision was reached after extensive consultations with relevant national and international stakeholders, reflecting Nigeria's enduring commitment to upholding the principles of human dignity, international solidarity, and compassion in times of distress. Gringo Garcia will not return to any country where he will face a substantial risk of persecution, torture, or other serious harm. Well, this is the story. We'll take it from the Daily Observer. These are all of the stories we're going to be looking at from the Public Africa this morning. Let's grab the Daily Observer. And this is the top story. Government not present to receive Kilmar Garcia. And the foreign minister clarified. I'm interested in the story. Let's click on lines, couple of lines, and we can run up to the story. We have it here. It says the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sarah Bessie Yancy, has clarified that the government of Liberia was under no diplomatic pressure to receive Mr. Kilmar Garcia, a El Salvadorian national, temporarily relocated under the U.S. legal and diplomatic arrangements. Speaking at a special press briefing on Friday, October 24, 2025, by the Minister of Information, Culture, Affairs and Tourism, Minister Yancey Strong, the Minister of Justice and Information said the decision to receive Mr. Garcia was made after formal diplomatic consultations and follow-up interviews between Monrovia and Washington. The government of Liberia was approached through former diplomatic channels with a specific request regarding Mr. Kamar Garcia. After careful consideration and assessment, the following diplomatic assurance of U.S. authorities regarding his treatment and status, Liberia agreed to receive Mr. Garcia that dedication was made in line with Liberia's commitment to international law, humanitarian principles, and a bilateral relationship with the United States, not because of external pressure. Let me be clear, there was no diplomatic pressure placed upon Liberia to receive Mr. Garcia. Our decision was guided by diplomatic humanity and respect for lawful international processes. She added, she added that the arrangement was consistent with Liberia's long-standing tradition of international cooperation, and its responsibility as a member of the global community, especially as the nation achieved its new role as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. Liberia remains a responsible member of the international community and continues to act in good faith in the bilateral and multilateral agreements or engagements, he said. Who is Kilmar Garcia? Mr. Kilmar Garcia is Salvadorian national. I think this is the country for El Salvador. It says he was mistakenly deported from the United States while he has faced an allegation of transporting undocumented migrants and gang involvement. He has not been convicted by any crime of any kind. The U.S. federal judge recently ruled that there was no credible evidence providing or proving the pose of public danger. Mr. Garcia has lived in the United States for several years, and his deportation is linked to immigration irregularities, not a criminal conviction. The U.S. government, under its current policy, has been removing individuals with alleged but unproven links to illegal activities as part of a broader enforcement effort. As of August 2025, nearly 200,000 people have been deported since the start of President Donald Trump's second term, with over 2 million departures, voluntary and forced, recorded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Several African countries, including Senegal, Mauritania, Nigeria, Angola, and Ghana, have also received people fees under similar arrangements. Similarly, in humanitarian state, Mr. Yancey clarified that Mr. Garcia is not entering Liberia as a prisoner or criminal, and that his stay is temporary and administrative in nature. He will be free to move about Liberia, and if he chooses to leave, he is free to do so. Mr. Garcia provided a list of countries he preferred not to go to, and Liberia was not on the list. And Mr. Yancey stated, he noted that whether Garcia ultimately comes to Liberia depends on U.S. legal processes, which are beyond Liberia's control. Mr. Yancey assured the Liberian public that all due protocols, visa frameworks, and security assessments have been observed. We want to assure the public that this is a diplomatic engagement carried out in strict accordance with our national laws, and in a spirit of cooperation, the government remains vigilant in ensuring that all actions taken under such arrangements are consistent with Liberia's values and obligations under international law. Analysts note that Liberia's cooperation in this matter reflects its growing diplomatic maturity and active role on global issues. The country's recent election to the UN Security Council position it as a constructive partner in international diplomacy and humanitarian engagement. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs reaffirmed its commitment to ongoing engagement with relevant partners to ensure transparency and public updates on the process as necessary. Liberia's decision to temporarily hold Tilman Garcia represents a measure of act of diplomacy and pressure. It highlights the nation's balance between sovereignty, humanity, and international cooperation in an increasingly interconnected world. What? That's it? Oh, there's no sound. What's going on? until now, like a lot of maybe new Americans do that. If we have sound now, you can just start trying to let it go. So, you get that out. All the reading I just did. But we still have a couple of mysteries to start. This is Liberia still risky for investment. Please let us know if we have sound now. Those of you watching us via our online platform. Liberia still risky for investment. U.S. government Department of State 2025 investment climate report revealed. And that's the story. We have this national domestic small financial stewardship transparency. Auditor General confirms sound management in 2022 audit report. And we have NPA board pushes for more investment in infrastructure to boost port development independence. This is also one of the stories on the homepage of the Daily Observer related to the Pakistan. Pakistani business community welcomes leader accredited ambassador Waka Hill's Pakistani support in Liberia's difficult community. It says members of the Palestinian business community in Nigeria have warmly welcomed the leader accredited ambassador of the Islamic Republic of Pakistan to Nigeria, His Excellency Mr. Mahmoud Akhtar Mahmoud, following the official presentation of credentials to President Joseph Walker. The ambassador will serve as a non-resident congress based in Adolphus. The PDCL, a group of Palestinian entrepreneurs and investors actively engaged in various business sectors across Nigeria, hailed the appointment as a positive step towards strengthening bilateral relations and boosting trade opportunities between the two countries. During the credentials presentation ceremony, President Walker commended Pakistani for Pakistan for its long-standing friendship and solidarity with Nigeria, recalling Pakistan's valuable support during the nation's year of conflict, including its backing of Liberia's permanent seat at the United Nations. Ambassador Mahmoud expressed his commitment to deepening diplomatic and economic cooperation with Liberia's pledging to encourage more Pakistani investors to explore opportunities in the country. He also urged members of the Pakistani business community in Nigeria to form a structured Pakistani business association which will foster stronger trade relations and implement corporate social responsibility initiatives that contribute to community development. In honor of Ambassador Mahmoud's accreditation, a reception was hosted by prominent Pakistan businessman Mr. Asad Ali Baj, a leading member of the PDCL, as initiated and reaffirmed the commitment of community dedication to strengthening economic partnership and cultural understanding between the two nations. The occasion was marked by a symbolic presentation of a sovereign poem of the gods to Ambassador Mahmoud, signifying goodwill and the beginning of a new chapter in Pakistan-Liberian relations. Both nations continue to expand their diplomatic and business relations with Pakistan outreach of Africa providing a strong foundation for its cooperation with Liberia in trade, investment, and development. And finally, for the back page of this paper, you add today Yusuf Jala in the slide president who becomes the 10th world president of the Federation. It says Yusuf Jala has been elected as the 10th world president of the Federation of Liberia following an eventful electoral process. Jala achieved victory after a soldier driver Niger Oli refused on the race, citing alleged electoral irregularities. The election marks the militant movement and youth leadership of Jala now assumes the responsibility for leading Liberia's largest youth ongoing organization. During the campaign period, Jala faced stiff Samuel Coulter, who was later disqualified by the Elections Commission to oversee legislative concerns. There was no other issue. Chris, if you can hear me, please, I think you need to help me check this thing. I don't know, but we're not getting sound. We're not getting sound for our, on our platform. So please, you need to just come in here and check something out for us. Okay. Our technical name is what's on it? Miss Which is that. And there's a competition for Samuel Parton, who was later disqualified by the Elections Committee over a selected concern. There were other issues of controversy, especially as it relates to the Minister of Legal Code, who supervised the minister was accused of interfering in the voting on consumer for the Congress of the thereby bringing prevalent data message, community, and reform, wrestling with the benefits of phone, just dial your PIN, whether it's a button phone, it's a smartphone, just dial star 255 star 1 hash. They are also there. You can follow them, and it's just pretty like you're now to play. You will play with US dollars. You can deposit in one of the rooms. So keep your transactions coming in this morning. Do not stop playing the income market. So I am definitely going to grow so that you guys can access that. $1,000 for every we will be ready.
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Child, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop in Leicester.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exodus Best Buy Store on Zelda Street in Smartwood Junction and Old Road?
Oh no, child. Tell me about it.
Exodus Best Buy Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of Club Via products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, or whatever occasion open till the break of dawn, Exodus Best Buy Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with four different flavors: Cool Blue, Aqua Kiwi, Cool Red, and Citrus Orange. It's good for athletes and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exodus Best Buy Store on Valley Street and the Old Ridge Monroe Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Take your love. One step on your for us. If you step to your door, whether you reach or you fall, if you see a you must pass it. Tell me you Cheche, do well for your safety. If you see a stopping ground and make a peace for them before. Come stop all Liberia. From the center to interior. Keeping us safe, the stopping ground for all of us. The people bringing safety to your door. Stopping ground and make a peace for them before. Come stop all Liberia. From the center to interior. Keeping us safe, the stopping ground for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is your community crime fighting partner. Don't take the law into your own hands. Remember, if you see a crime, report it. This is a message from your own self, Old Man Sam Cyan.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center area. Crime Stopper, keeping us safe, the stopping crime for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia. From the center to interior, they keeping us safe, they're stopping crime for all of us. Okay, so we want to welcome you back from that short break we had to take with our sponsors, and we want to quickly jump over to Tunis. Good morning, Tunis. Our weather guy Tunis is here with us. Let's have him on. Good morning, Tunis.
Good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Liberia. This is your weatherman, Suleiman Hashim Tunis, coming to you from Staten Island, New York. Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station in the nation capital. You've been having a little problem with your network.
The sound, yeah, with the
Yeah,
sound.
exactly.
We just
One
worked
thing
on
I
it.
mean,
I hope it's okay now.
I guess let me check it for you so you can tell. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Okay, today Monday we are in Monday, first day of the working week. The
Right.
weather is partly sunny. Right now the weather stand 82 degree, but feels like 90 degree. So it's going to be very hot today.
Hmm.
Very hot. So I'll be prepared for that.
I
Those
hear
who
that.
like to overdress, be a little bit mindful that you have no rain today in your forecast in the forecast,
Hmm.
and it's going to be really really hot. 90-degree weather is not. It seems something easy. Humidity going to be 81 degree. The wind going to just be 6 miles per hour. So I don't think you're going to even feel the wind.
Hmm.
The wind going to be six miles per hour. Tomorrow almost the same.
Hmm.
October 28th, tomorrow, partly sunny. Humidity 81 degree. Tomorrow you get two of it's gonna be 8 miles per hour. The wind gonna be 8 miles, but it's gonna be the same 84 degree. And it's gonna be lot of sun. So you gotta be mindful how you dress. If you don't have air conditioned home, be a little bit careful.
Hmm.
Okay? Yes. Wednesday is gonna be the same. The entire week is a heat wave.
Wow.
Heat wave is over
That's
Monrovia.
that's not good. That is not good.
It is not good at
That's not
all.
good.
It's not
It's
good
not
for
good.
those of
Most
you.
especially, it's not everybody who got, AC at their homes, And besides
Yeah,
that, you know how this electricity thing is. Sometimes at least he can just go anyhow. And I mean, if it goes, it's gonna be horrible.
but be prepared for the heat wave, especially this week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's going to be extremely hot. I mean, it's not just you, but others are listening to Freedom
Mhm.
FM.
Of
This
course.
is morning for you. It's going to be extreme. As I speak, I know the sun is blazing right now in Monrovia. Okay, so that's your weather report, man. Tunis from Staten Island here in New York to Freedom FM 87.9, the most listened to radio station, the accurate weather report, man. Thank you, Esther.
Thank you very much, Tunis. That's Tunis. Suleiman Hashim Tunis, our weather report man there with the weather report.
See you tomorrow morning.
Okay, Tunis.
Okay.
All right, so folks, back to what we have to do here today, and I want to apologize those of you following us online that you could not follow most of the stories, but I will just quickly go over this one story that I'm interested in, and I want this as our talking point for today. Government not pressured to receive Kilmar Garcia. This is the story. Foreign Minister clarifies that. Okay, government not pressured to receive Kilmar Garcia. Foreign Minister clarifies. This is on page 10 of the Daily Observer, and it has to do with someone or that has been deported from the United States, and Liberia is to host him. But we'll take some lines so that you know what exactly is happening. It says the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Sarah Beslo Yanti, has clarified that the government of Liberia was under no diplomatic pressure to receive Mr. Kilmar Garcia, is served as a El Salvadorian national temporarily located under the U.S. legal and diplomatic arrangement. Speaking at a special press briefing on Friday, October 24, at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, Minister Yanti Flunk, by the Ministers of Justice and Information, said the decision to receive Mr. Garcia was made after formal diplomatic consultations and thorough review between Monrovia and Washington. The government of Liberia was approached through with a specific request regarding Mr. Kilmar Abrigo Garcia after careful consideration and assessment and following diplomatic assurance from the U.S. authorities regarding his treatment and status. Liberia agreed to receive Mr. Garcia, the foreign minister said. Minister Yanti stressed that the decision was made in line with Liberia's commitment to international law, humanitarian principles, and its bilateral relationship with the United States, not because of external pressure. Let me be clear, there was no diplomatic pressure placed upon Liberia to receive Mr. Garcia. Our decision was guided by diplomacy, humanity, and respect for lawful international processes. Consistent with Liberia's long-standing tradition of international cooperation and its responsibility as a member of the global community, especially as the nation assumes its role as a non-permanent member of the United Nations Security Council. Liberia remains a responsible member of the United Nations community, the international community, and continues to act in good faith in its bilateral and multilateral engagements, she said. Mr. Kilmar Abrigo Garcia is a Salvadorian national who was mistakenly deported from the United States while he was faced or while he has faced allegations of transporting undocumented immigrants and gang involvement. He has not been convicted of any crime. A U.S. federal judge recently ruled that there was no credible evidence proving he posed a public danger. Mr. Garcia has lived in the United States for several years, and his deportation is linked to immigration irregularities, not criminal conviction. The U.S. government, under its current policy, has been removing individuals with alleged but unproven links to illegal activity as part of a broader enforcement effort. As of August 2025, nearly 200,000 people have been deported since the start of President Donald Trump's second term, with over 2 million departures voluntarily enforced recorded by the U.S. Department of Homeland Security. Several African countries, including Senegal, Mauritania, Nigeria, Angola, and Ghana, have also received deportees under similar arrangement. It says that Minister Yanti clarified that Mr. Garcia is not entering Liberia as a prisoner or criminal, and that his stay is temporary and administrative in nature. He will be free to move about Liberia, and if he chooses to leave, he is free to do so. Mr. Garcia provided a list of countries he preferred not to go to, and Liberia was not on the list. Minister Yanti stated. She noted that whether Garcia ultimately comes to Liberia depends on U.S. legal processes, which are beyond Liberia's control. Minister Yanti assured the Liberian public and all due protocols, legal frameworks, and security assessments have been observed. We want to assure the public that this is a diplomatic engagement carried out in full accordance with our national laws and in a spirit of cooperation. The government remains vigilant in ensuring that all actions taken under such arrangements are consistent with Liberia's value and obligation under international law, she noted. Analysts note that Liberia's cooperation in this matter reflects its growing diplomatic maturity and active role on global issues. The country's recent election to the U.S. Security Council positions it as a constructive partner in international diplomacy and humanitarian engagement. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs reaffirmed its commitment to ongoing engagement with relevant partners to ensure transparency and public updates on the process as necessary. Liberia's decision to temporarily host Kelmar Abrigo Garcia represents a mature act of diplomacy or a measured act of diplomacy, not pressure. It highlights the nation's balance between sovereignty, humanity, and international cooperation in an increasingly interconnected world. Well, that's the story, and my attention has really seriously been drawn to this because this is something that we talked about. This is something that was, whispered in the public. That's why we say most often when you hear somebody say they say, sometimes you can really look into that they say, because most often these they says can be true. And so this story this morning, I don't know how the Liberian people are actually taking this, because I am like, is Liberia is Liberia really secure? You know, in terms of the different kind of technologies that we need to be able to tackle, crimes and all of that. Even though the paper states that this guy did not commit any criminal offense, it talked about him, bringing immigrants into the country illegally and stuff like that, which was not proven through court. But then now my question is, why was he deported from the United States if the courts could not prove, that he actually committed the crimes? And it also talked about him being a member of gang, and all of that. Now my question to us is, do we have the environment to keep people in our country that we cannot monitor? First of all, why is this guy being deported? Okay, if he was wrongfully deported from the United States, why not take him back? Why can't he go back to the United States if he was wrongfully deported from the United States? Liberia is now a safe country in the first place. I mean, in terms of the security that we have, we do not have security in this country. People still die in the streets. At the end of the day, we do not know how they died. We see bodies here and there in the street, and government or the security apparatus, they have not come to that level yet where, crimes can be tackled. And then you bring a strange person into your country based on what a judge or what the United States, is saying, that this guy, he's not being deported for a criminal offense. Then why is he being deported? Why should Liberia be the one to host, somebody like that? Can we send somebody out of here who we are not sure we are not sure, or we feel that the country is not safe with that person here, or that person might commit something, or we don't like that person being here? Can we deport them to America? Can we ask America to host them? It's a funny thing to note that you're naming Nigeria, you're calling Ghana, you're talking about Angola, you're talking about Mauritania. Is Liberia on par with these countries in terms of sophistication, in terms of security? Because sometimes when you're doing these kind of things, these are what you have to be looking at. You got to look at the security aspect. Our streets are here. There is not a single CCTV camera placed on any of these streets by government. If there is a CCTV camera anywhere, they are put there by private people. And most private citizens, when they have their cameras, they don't want to answer questions about the next person. So they put their camera directly facing their place, on top of their place, so that even stuff is happening around there, nobody's going to be responsible for that. But if the government have these camera, planted around, like the way we have the street lights, you know, the traffic lights, you have cameras being placed around there, or street lights, you have cameras placed around there, so that if something is done here, if a crime is committed here, you'll be able to, tackle, go ahead of it. People die in the street. In other sophisticated countries, they will take that body for autopsy. They will gather fingerprints on that body and be able to, locate those that are involved with that person's death. Have we gotten to that level yet? Liberia is not secure. This is my own opinion. This is not the opinion of Freedom FM. Liberia does not have the security to start, having people in a country that we do not have full control over. Who knows this guy's personal record? Except that he was importing immigrants into the United States undocumented, or that he's part of a gang. We all know what a gang is. But I'm not going to talk on this too much. I'm going to leave it with you today. You can call us this morning or this afternoon. What time is it? Okay, it's still in the morning. You can call us and let us know what's your opinion on this guy coming to Liberia. Your foreign minister finally clarifying it that this was not a pressure. It was done because Liberia is now part of is on the non-permanent scene and all that kind of international blah 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 and black. This is it, and this is your country. You have the right to your say. And so call us 0776 104 104 Let's hear your opinion. What do you think? What do you think about this matter? This guy is, he has the right to be here, even though they say he's not a criminal and he's not a prisoner either. He's gonna be free roaming around Liberia until he sees it necessary or deems it necessary to leave our country. But let's have our first caller on the line. Welcome to the show. Let's hear you.
Good morning, Esther.
Good morning. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
I'm patient prayer for people.
Welcome, patient. How are you?
Esther,
Yes.
you see what the things that we talking about?
Mm.
We're sleeping in there. People coming for different content in there. Who know as to whether that man has just had it? You see, so Esther will tell you, say, Bagana, when the country, you see, so? Who know whether that man is brought into just? Then young people tell you, or hate that, that brother no femininity.
Why you with a woman boy? You can't fight me.
The video, the person we are done, they were coming talking. The father to be judged, you know, again. Don't be so bad. You're 2 years in new judge, you know.
Well, according to
They know exactly what happened.
according to the US record, they say he's not a criminal. He was wrongfully deported. Now my question is, why are they not taking him back if he was wrongfully deported?
Esther, the people who are looking for place to shop that man, and that brother don't buy. That brother don't buy. And guess what? I'm confused. President want to get correct. He's sitting out there. He's sleeping.
No,
People can tell him,
take it easy. What president you talking to?
Esther, I think I'm your president. What video? You job with Suka. That watch and see.
Okay.
Don't go for a 2-year minute.
All right. Thank you very much. Let's have Aliyu Masale on the line with us. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Aliyu.
Yes, good morning, Esther. Good morning, Mama Labira. Thanks for the show. Yeah, Esther, the problem here, we all know this government, the break of Joseph Boakai having the experience, Joseph Boakai have the contact, and when he became president, everything in Liberia were going to be rosary, everything. And today, you see how they are struggling, trying to get contact, trying to get money from everywhere. And just as I said, he will sleep with the devil just to become president, he continues sleeping with the devil to enrich himself. This guy coming to Liberia, they are talking about, humanitarian, this and that. That's a little lie. I'm in Maryland. That guy lived in Maryland here. And while he was into his country, was to be bringing people into America illegally. That guy he will bring you here and even give you document, forging document it to bring people into this country. And this is what he was doing. Why is it that President Trump can send this guy to any of the other country, their NATO alliance country around the world, or any other country? But because this government, they are desperate, they are hungry, they need support, so they have to accept this. It is not free. All of the countries that President Trump is sending people to, deporting people to, they are giving them money. Ghana and other countries around the world, it is not free. But because the Unity Party know how to polish things, they say, yes, humanitarian help, this and that. That's a blatant lie. President Trump believes in trade, like give and take. You take him, and I give your country some money. And because they don't know the money that they get,
they're not even telling us about the money. I'm not gonna share that money.
Because they don't want to tell you about the money. That's why they say humanitarian. They put humanitarian there to cover up. Because if they tell you, say, they give me all this man so they can give up $2 to $3 million, then Liberia people will want to know what they do with that money. And again, in other words, they're doing everything, they 500 billion, just so they can get it. These are some of the things they are going through. But this is not good for our country. We see every day people die in our country. Every day people die. This guy will not say, when he come, people will be dying. But you know what he's going to start doing again? And we already get what this stuff. He will start faking other country document and start bringing people into Liberia. You see?
Who won't
So this is
care?
not
Are you who won't care?
oh,
Like,
you know the president, other
interesting.
people will say, oh, the country, other people over there, they getting rich based on what they're doing. Like I can go over there, look at people that are doing good drugs business and start bringing in drugs dealers into the country. He can do that as well.
Of course.
You see, everything. This is not good. You even say get security for your country. Then America that get all the security in this country. The guy can bulldoze them, bringing people into this country. Why you think he can do in Liberia? So this is not good for our country. But that's the government we say we wanted, and this is what they are giving us. Thank you for the show.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ali, for your point. Let's come back to our local lines. Hello, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, Danny, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, TV King.
Thank you. Darling, this news is very troublesome. You cannot bring this guy. This guy, he has a record. Like Ali said, the guys are trying to get $500 million. They compound money. If you can remember, the team came to Liberia, and then the head of delegation said something. Maybe Liberia did not follow. She said in a quote, the compound will not be based upon indicators any longer. It is about trade. Okay? So you bring in Aguero Garcia to Liberia so that you can be able to get a $500 million. This government is heavily involved with squandering money for their personal use. We have $292 million left in a fund reserve of our country. That money has been depleted by this government. The IMF have to give up bailout with $25 million to be able to resuscitate that money. And now you got Ike Garcia coming here so that he can be in our country and be doing organ harvesting, because these are some of the things that you are involved with. Organ harvesting, drug trafficking. The guy from El Salvador, the guys are drug traffickers. They believe in the drug trafficking. You already got something here, killing people called spark and dye, push, and other harmful substances that our young people are taking. So with the government bringing this guy to Liberia, if this guy were not, deported wrongly, why couldn't he stay in America? Why is Liberia taking him home as a third world country for him to be residing in our country? Are they telling us the truth? No, because the government is on record for lying. You got $10 million project going on with different stories surrounding it from the government. That is now government that is responsible, that's supposed to be telling the people the right thing. This government is very irresponsible when it comes to information dissemination. You and I know that for a fact. But we want to say to Mr. Boakai, even though you said you're going to subscribe to the devil to become president, which he did, or you cannot subscribe to the devil while leading us. I say to you, Mr. Garcia, wherever he comes from, let us say about El Salvador. If all America want to deport him, let him go back to his home. Why are they not taking him home and bringing him to a third world country? Why are they bringing him here? Liberia do not have the sophistication to even detect a homicide case in the country.
Exactly.
Let's also talk about kidnapping people. You take that kind of serial criminal and bring it to Liberia. When you want to provide security, you tell people that you're not going to put in jail because you say you're free to live, you're free to go about.
He's not a prisoner, yeah.
Yeah. So why are you telling us if the guy is a deportee, if he has any crime that he has committed in America, that America does not want him to be there? I think America should let it stay in America, not to bring him to Liberia.
Exactly.
Somebody said they say you saw Marco Rubio sitting with Stephen Bezos. So we don't care who you sit with. Why you sit with the angel for heaven? That's our business. We are talking about our own security. Country, we need security, and we are struggling for security. It's really happening like Sheikh Khalid, when they have a take up from the Guinean government that today the ERU and the Amazon of Liberia using no paper. There was some cash. And you take Kaliwa today we don't know what happened to Sherry. I heard the other day, Camilla Janet said we've been demonstrating for that guy issue. So we can't have the government doing unorthodox things every now and then to this country. It is wrong today and wrong tomorrow. The one guy, if you cannot leave, leave wrong. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. Let's come to this line. I think it's my Cece. Welcome to the show. Go ahead, my Cece.
All of them is money. You understand? I don't know when just Mr. Boakai having this to national criminals and only having this man. And when you laugh at the people say, oh, I married. Where? Say, like I put a photo to get my identity there. Where? What is taking to Liberia? And the lady said, for what money? Boakai is struggling. They understand they're struggling. They need money everywhere. They put their places nowhere. And so give me your this, give me your that. Get the phone and okay for a family, do that. It's not good that all Mr. Gable for anybody. It's not only government. So any bad who said we're only good to Laburo, what I said I pay me off. So if you come to Laburo, it's not spiritual. The whole government has focused and focusing the government. Specifically, you can't say, are you a millionaire? People in our Soko and the bringing number of national Soko for our country in the name of money to take it. And the thing will say they will not talk it, they will laugh at the people. When they not be in your head and for our suffering, they get going to Mexico can add it to us or to add it to all the things. People were not the people were in the country. You got 2 layers. You got 2 layers. The people not 3 people will carry a man will carry hero. So then to be for 3 people one. For years there, telling it to Nigeria, telling to Ghana, keeping it there, in the river carrying to Nigeria. People are coming back, giving the tax money. Then you forget no more people not added to it, to be looking drugs in our country. Or supposing the case that remove that man, if people are in our we are your phone. They will try to put our phone. But when the people before they get it, and so what we look for, we get it. Because when they say, but here, I'm going to walk out, we don't walk out there. So we're 3 years, they're going to know it. They just started only 2 years, we get it 3 years. They will not see what so what you see their pocket. Paveri, the paper, or the paper, very. Nothing good to see for government because they are all soaking and soaking. Now, for you out today. They say they don't want talking, you walk out the people. You go to they never say they don't want talking, you walk out the people. If you go to be say, how do you say, they're talking and will stand on Insta. What is the point? What they get? They're crying.
Okay. Thank you, my Sissy. Let's come to our WhatsApp call. Hello, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Good morning, Esther. This is Ma'am Rebecca calling from Minnesota.
Good morning. Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Yeah, thank you so much for the topic on our discussion. Esther, my child, they think it worry us. You understand me? But my frustration here is the citizens of Liberia, especially those you were on the ground. You understand me? This government don't mean well for the country and the people, and you people. But the good thing I can say, good thing here is that everything that you guys are flagging in that country, the government does not care about anybody. Like we don't give a fake about anything. We are in power and we don't care whether the citizens are crying or they against it. We will do what we want to do. And then when the citizens need to take a deep breath. Because when they say the government for the people, of the people, and about the people or something, then what the government is not listening to the citizens. Citizens are crying every day. They don't want this, they don't want that. These things are happening. The government must take action or they must do X, Y, Z. And the government is saying no. That you're the one brought us to power, but we will do what we want to do. So how the government is by the people or for the people. You understand what I'm saying? This guy, America is investigated to the extent that when they can just look at your whole system and tell you how your whole body is looking in you. You understand me? Your bones are in you, America. That the kind of a thing they got here. And the guy can penetrate their system, you understand me, to pull people according to them into this country. And they keep him in prison for the time he's supposed to be there. We here working, doing double. They're taking our tax money, understand me, because the taxes that they collecting from us is what they use it to sustain people that are crazy.
Right.
Our country don't have anything. But something I'm looking at, right? I tell you what, somebody was talking, you said, but the Liberia is poor, they don't have anything. We got resources, my child. Look at you and myself, we in our country, we poor. But when the brown skin or the white skin go over there, they live a sorry life. That's why when some of us live from go over, they be looking. But the indigenous people that own the country, we are very poor. We're working for brown skin, and some of us don't want to be racist, you understand me? But how can you be in your own country and you are very poor? The immigrants come in that country, they are enjoying, then you working for them, you washing their clothes, you cooking for them.
Right. Hello?
This guy that come in that country, I don't know, but our people, they are there. They send a criminal over there. But you, when I live for you right now, and go in my community and say, you know what, let me try and be doing X, Y, Z to help the next thing, sorry to say they will throw Koa on me, or they throw something on me to get rid of me. But the men that came from different countries will stay over there with you people and be slaving you people. This is wrong. This is wrong. But the government don't care for anybody. That the kind of that how I see it, like yesterday we went for some meeting before I can leave you, my daughter. I was saying the same thing. I said everything that we are flagging, the government know it. Even their own radio station and Starton Waterspoon, he always flagging all the time, but the government don't care. Even the police, they don't get time for anything. They just do what they want to do. What are the citizens crying blood, whatsoever, they don't care. And like we don't care about anything. All we want to do is what we want to do. That's why they are doing. But God is there. We pray to God for long life. One day among the days, people can say 99 days for a road, and 1 day for that master, it will come. And that's the time. Those that are treating you people like to say, I'm nobody. That's the time they will know the strength of the people. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for calling. Let's go back to our local line and take more calls. Hello, welcome. Hello, caller, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, good afternoon, Esther.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Go ahead quickly.
Thank you. Let me say hi to the listener. You know, what is so frustrating is that you have the Justice Minister, the Foreign Minister, I think Information Ministry having the press conference to tear all about the guy coming to Liberia, and then they were not able to say to us how much they got, because you cannot lie to us the humanitarian, and that is our practice. I have always said the United States guys, they are very, very practice. And the last time we read scripture, when the devil that's nomenclature is attached to. But the United Party people, they are taking that nomenclature. They are very, very crafty. They can say they can play around things and always give a good name or good character. You know, you cannot tell us that the country that you talk about humanitarian is America. America is the model for humanitarian. And they will be taking somebody from there and say they cannot allow you to be there. Then you that second year, you don't even have anything to say you're receiving the mail on the humanitarian. No, that's a lie. And the next part of that is that you are not imposed on Liberia. No. They talk to your government, and the government of Liberia agree. They didn't say, we're sending the mail to you, you are forced for receiving. They talk to them and they agree.
They accepted the money that they are receiving to bring the brother to Liberia. But the matter of that question is, the money that you receive, come on and see. Then the next thing is, where are you going to be keeping this brother? Are you the one that's going to provide him lodging? Are you the one that's going to be feeding him? Are you the one that's going to provide him mobility? How is he going to be? Are you just bringing him in a country and just dashing all of pass around here to look for lady and all of that? You should have been explaining more to us that, so we'll bring him on the trade ground, then we will get him house, we'll get him car, we'll get him nice to be taking care of him in a room, or we'll bring him and just put him down, you will look for your own room, you will look for your own zero to live in. They didn't say everything to us. They just say they are setting on the material. No. Then when we start to speculate, because they say people are opposition today. This is our allies. This is our traditional allies. This is one of our strong supporters. So if they propose to you with some value behind it, you're supposed to inform the Senate on the basis of which you are bringing the man into the country. How is he going to live here? Who's going to be providing him food? Who's going to be providing? Who's going to be taking care of him? You didn't say anything because when they are deporting you, you come with nothing. How is he coming? They should have said that to us. But we are here, that's it. And he come, like you can enjoy us. We are here. We will monitor, we'll see how is it going to be like here. But the government will not lie. They receive money for it. You know, they are hungry. They are desperate. Every little thing, they have to grab it to move it. And I don't know how they're going to run the government for the next 4 years to come, to grab small money from so, to go for small money for so and run the government. No, it's not going to work that way. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Edmund, let's take another person. Hello, welcome.
Hello, Esther.
Yes, welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Thank you. This is the Common Board Chairman, and I join from Sultan District 4. Yes, sir, is my name. That's what you see. This is a government of lies. So they will lie. There will be a liar man, a liar woman, and liar everything in his government. The guy is from El Salvador, Esther. The guy hails from El Salvador. You go on the internet and just put and crime and put El Salvador and see the image that you see there. They are all almost like a Haitian. Haiti, the area is a failed state now because of gamblerism. They're where that guy hails from. Esther, why you think that this guy here is not in a cookies jack? He's a clean person, he's a free citizen. Why is he giving name of country that you don't want to go to? Why is he the country you want to go to?
Yeah.
Why are you afraid? You now you tell me to go any country in the world. I'm happy to go there. Why can you tell all the guys coming to free from Christ, not coming as a free member? You don't want to go to 7 country.
Exactly. A tier war country at that.
Exactly. They want the guy in some country for prosecution. That guy is associated with gangsterism. They want him them. That guy, I think it's the same guy that they sent to Panama the other time, and they recall him by the United States and the processing for him to leave the United States. Why is it that the United States are easy to get somebody? Then Labrador is saying the guy is a good guy. In fact, he's friendly with Jesus. He's in Jamaica. Why can't look, the Americans, they don't want in Jamaica to mind a border? You got a very free open border. Somebody that can beat the American system, you bring him. Telling us that he's a good man, but this same guy he afraid to go to other country. Saying good man, why he afraid? You see, ask Bwaka and foreign minister to ask. Then he let it answer the Liberian people. Asking for the common people. That guy you say he's free man. Okay, you accept him on humanitarian ground.
The man won't join us to be going to the well with a bucket of water, to carry in the bathroom to take bath.
After living all 24-hour current,
I'm
free
telling
of
you.
very good internet system, you choose to come to a third world country in Liberia. You refusing all countries, Google countries, you choose to come here and you get telling that guy is free from crime. You have to tell Baka and put to start lying to us. Let it be fair. It is not collect small thing to bring a gangster here. Let it get there like people and start lying to us. And that is the reality. That guy is not free from crime. If we're free from crime, any country you're telling to go to, you're going to be glad to go there. But the fact of the matter, even without legal, adjudication, why the guy is refusing to go to certain country and selecting where you want to go, it means that you got something that you're afraid to go to those countries for. Thank you for having me in the question.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Let's go back to
our WhatsApp call and take this person from South Korea. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Prince calling from South Korea. I'm live on the show.
Yes, you're live. Go ahead.
All right, thank you ever so much for having me on. Oh, you know, one thing is that the United Party government, they're trying to put our country in predicament, right? You see, the kind of man with a bad repetition or hearing from a gangster background, those kind of people know how to incorporate people, right? And our country right now is not sophisticated at other country. They got country that's South Korea, that they got camera all around. As American other country, American has their and Marines there. Why did they not send to such a country and sophisticated country in the world, in Europe and all the places? They sophisticated in our country. Our country, we don't have that security. Right? And they're sending that kind of men into our country. We got the Zogos in the street there. In the first place, they don't take the Zogo from the street to be able to find home for them. But somebody from the far distance who is a gangster, they bring into our country to find him home, to put him to a better place. How about, brother? How about the disadvantaged youth that are in the street? What are they doing about them? What are they doing about them? Why they keep taking people from the street? They don't even able to encamp the people or rehabilitate them in the first place. Then they bring in somebody who is sophisticated, who been set in trust, who know the street, who consider, who know telephone, computer, all the kind of know how to manipulate the system to get into it. They bring it to our country. They're not adding bread into our country and make gas racing in the country. The police are right there fighting CDC, fighting partisan, fighting people throwing talk on partisan and other things. For him to like fight a crime in the country, he's not fighting crime. Then they're bringing a criminal into the country, a former criminal into the country. Why you think we about that kind of man? What is security we got about that kind of man that is investigated? Those people, they know computer, they know how to manipulate the system, they know how to gather people together, right? You're going to sit down to get a network, you're going to get a network in other countries. Our country going to be full of a lot of gangsters. They boys start coming around. We want to stop them. We do not want to stop them. So, and with the exception that the parliament or the legislature, where they inform, did they inform their people? Did they go in a viral and consequence or their how you call it, district to inform the people that so and so person the government want to come? They put just inform all of us. They do inform the librarian for they do everything because they get the power. We're supposed to come in the district, ask us. They get the kind of citizen in America. You want to come to library? Should we bring? Let's vote upon it in the river district and we our representation. That we want a person in Liberia, but they don't do that. They don't come to us. They just make any decision for the country and all this kind of thing. But I don't blame them. I blame those that offer their stomach that they will get $10 to $5 to when put them, they put them in power or give one bag of right to they get in power and they're making it 50,000. They relax, they got security assigned to them. So thank you for having me on. We can tolerate, we shouldn't tolerate that. We shouldn't accept it. We shouldn't accept it. We should go to the post place there to the airport and protest and stop that man from coming to Liberia. Because we don't know. To the people who are looking and they seeing it as a mere something, they don't know the future. They see it as a mere thing. But tomorrow they don't know what are going to be to us. We're not sophisticated enough to keep that kind of gangster in our country. So thank you and thank you for having me on.
Thank you for calling us. Go to this line. Hello, welcome. Hello.
Yeah, good afternoon, my friend.
Good afternoon. Welcome to the show. Go ahead quickly.
Yeah, this is Hussein Kew. I call from Chickasaw. Sorry for the low quality. I'm under the weather.
Someone pass your weather to me. To the phone. Go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. So, listen to you and I listen to the different colors. But I just want to say this. In fact, my dear Frank, this is an international practice all around the world. The one thing I want you to understand in many of the colors is not have to be emotional. My friend, it's set on the UN Security Council as non-permanent members. Are we forgetting? It is something important that Liberia exemplify the leadership they play on that. That's one. It happens everywhere. There's an international standard, there's an international practice from other friendly countries. More especially, America is our ally. Right? Are we forgetting so soon? Sometimes I just don't get it. I started in the show, not to listen, but I think we have to inform our people about some of those things. Liberia is a member now of the UN Security Council and a non-permanent member. So we have a huge responsibility. Many of those things will happen.
Excuse me, we have a huge responsibility to accept people deportees. Is that why we are on a non-permanent seat?
No. There were an arrangement.
But we are speaking to this particular issue. This guy was deported from the US, right? And he's to be sent to Liberia.
Yeah, so
how does it connect with the international ties that we have with the US? So we should accept trash from them? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, so if you listen to the Prime Minister, they say on a temporary basis.
Visit?
Yeah, it's a temporary basis. Yes.
It is not a visit. It is not a visit. Besides that, the temporary stops at whether the guy wants to leave or not. That is, if he comes to Liberia and doesn't find it a home, he can leave anytime he wants to leave. So it left for the guy if he wants to still wants to stay in Liberia. So it's not just about.
Also, Liberia can also request the United States if they don't have the space to keep it. They can request that you return.
I mean, just tell all the people collecting money for that thing.
No man, let's put attention to this country, right? Because the role we play now, my friend, on the UN security seat, we have to exemplify some of those leadership. I think that's just what it calls.
Taking people deportees does not add to that. This is a guy who, according to a judge from the US, this guy was not, convicted of any crime. Why are they sending him out of the country? If he was wrongfully deported, he should go back. If it was wrongfully done, he should go back to the US. Why is he not going back to the US? Why is he coming to Liberia? Is Liberia the only country to come to? Liberia is a third world country. The country he the country he grew up in is far above in every other thing to Liberia, right?
Yes, there is a key point here.
Bro, that's a reason.
The point you're making is genuine, and even some of the color. But I want you to realize that we are sitting on the Security Council as non-permanent members. So we will encounter many of those. There are things that Liberia will be accepting that you not even accept, because African countries will be coming to this country to represent the different capacities. And we ought to do that because we're representing them on the council. That's what I want people to take. While it's true that, yes, of course, we should not accept, but we have to understand that we sit on the council. And that's just the key. For me, that's just the key. I want people to grasp. Sit on the council, and we ought to have those kind of challenges and some of those stuff that will come up.
Accepting people deportee is not part of it. I will not agree with that. Thank you very much for your point. We have others on the line that definitely need to call and also make their points. Hussein, let's come to this person. Okay. Hello, welcome.
How are you, Mike? Come here.
I'm okay. Welcome to the show. Go ahead.
Okay, this is Senegal Nathan. I call from District 10. Thank you for your program and then following the show. Look, do you remember when Secret people were hired by Joe Biden at the current position? And later on, there was reports that came that Secret people were one of those that were notorious in the U.S. about printing false money. And he was arrested and investigated. And he used some of those money to send a sponsor near to the campaign of Joe Biden in 2023. So now, this person individual will be hired by Joe Biden to serve this government. What do you stand to see? He will use his expertise and others to bring in people that are notorious in the U.S. and claim to be the people that are not being the case of being duping the American citizen, rather to be sent wrongly. United Pakistan are experts in duping people, and we know them. So we have to see them, see their governance structure, and see what they are doing. Look at how will you say America that is sophisticated, that is seen to be the primary countries on earth?
Okay.
Jesus Christ have to come to go there. Will
Okay.
do wrong thing by sending people in that country, but rather in Liberia. It is sad. This government, they are notorious liable, and there are people that expect in line. They will do us, but we have to be friends to do away with their lives by the grace of God. Thank you for the time.
Thank you very much for calling. And at this time, let's quickly run through a few of the comments, even though at a certain point you guys were not hearing me. But let's take it from a point where there was sound. We have, okay, let's just see who all watched. We have Senior Melvin watching. We have P. Marcus Davis watching. David and Allison is also watching. He says, Good afternoon, Freedom FM. I'm following live from my residence somewhere in Monrovia. Let me take this time to appreciate you guys for the talking point. We have Musa A. Sharif, he's following. We have Gay Caesar Divine Grace Bison Jr. says, good morning, guys. I'm following from Bannersville, Quebec. We have Kesali Zumo, is following. We have Stephen A. Boss also following. We have Lloyd Yenant also following. From the UAE, we have Stephen A. Boss again. We have Ojuku Davis. He says, good morning, Freedom FM family, and I'm watching live from Yadabia Junction, Painesville City. Stanley Bozo says he's watching. Rebecca is also watching. Venetia's Junior Bar says, I'm following you from the borough of Newcastle. We have Darlington Rule says, good afternoon, watching from New Georgia, Ophi. We have Diedrich. Vab says, MC Cairo, personal DJ brother. My name is really? What do I Okay, let's see more comments. We have Timothy Thomas Gay. He says, good afternoon. We have Uncle Nuge says, good afternoon, Freedom Family. We have Zobo Ricks says, good morning. When they're in Esther, when they're not here, he's not faring well. Too well. Keep him in your prayers. We have Ali Masale. And he says, good morning, Esther. Yes, I agree with you. Liberia is not safe. And we have Augustine Givler says, good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following from Delaware, USA. We have Stanley Bozer says, greetings, Esther. Watching live from my residence in the Congress City. I am Stanley Bozer. Esther, this government lacked the wisdom in governing its citizen. That's why Deacon Bwaka is around the place looking for criminal to come and loot from our national resources. Waka remain a big disgrace to Mama Liberia. Come 2029, that Deacon Waka will return to his Deacon bench. And we have Clay Richards says, do you think Liberia is a shithole country in Africa? I'm just asking. And we'll say that. Rebecca Sion says they are bringing him to cheat for them during the 2029 election. Yo, that's savage. And we have Daniel Saki says, good morning. So far, these are all of the comments we have. And folks, we just want to draw down curtains on to this presentation of the program from the print news to this Monday. We'll be here on tomorrow with a fresh edition of the program from the print news. My name is Esther Daku. Suleiman Hashim Tunis was here with the weather report. Do have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye from our end.